Alright, welcome back to this trumpet housing removal. All of the bolts have been, not the bolts, the nuts have been taken out. You can see I've shifted the axle stand. We are now supporting it directly underneath the transmission, differential housing, whatnot. So it should come off now. It's just held on, stuck on now by the gasket and just resting on the studs. I have removed the lower link. That still looks to be in quite good condition, although these things here are very loose. The other one on the other side that attaches to an attachment is even worse. This one here is also just as bad, almost falls out. So the top piece here does have a bit of play in it, but that is minimal. The pins did look good that came out of here as well. So time to remove this. Got my safety shoes on. It's supposedly not too heavy, but you still don't want to drop on your feet. Oh, we can see the rust on the bearing. Best to clean that all off to see what we are dealing with. It's quite a bit of junk in here. We have to clean that all out. Clean off the gasket. Luckily it comes off pretty easily. And then we can check the Welsh plug is still in place just by removing this. Keep this part helps to keep the crown pinion in place, although the actual bearing does the most of the work. We'll clean that all off. Let's remove the crown bearing, not crown bearing, crown wheel hub, differential thing. You can see how dirty and slimy that all is. See what we are left with once it's all cleaned up. Alright, it's 2 days later. I just removed the differential crown. You can see that there is some cleaning to do. So some rust layers, of course, with the water. Clean that all off. Hopefully some brake cleaner flush it all out. Got quite a bit of sludge here to clean out. Gear itself here looks pretty good, so that should be okay. The big crown wheel looks okay. Just a general clean off. The bearings I need to clean off in order to look at them, but just from this appearance they don't look too bad. And there's the other dry shaft. You can see there the pin bolt is still fine. The Welch plug is still in place. I have to check the bearing cup. As I said, there's quite a bit of sludge to clean out. At the same time, we've got all this open. We're also going to do the PTO seal, as I think that is also leaking. And so here's my contraption to remove the crown assembly. It is a very heavy piece, and I did not want it to fall very quickly or out of control, so I managed to get this seat belt wound through it. That is attached here to the top arm. This top arm here is pretty strong. It can hold, combined is 1.1 tons lifting capacity, so one arm maybe 550 kilos. Over here I've got it supported on the jack stand, so I could not go further down. And that worked out pretty well. I was able to control it nicely. And we'll also check these bolt nuts. They shouldn't be loose, but if any have loosened over time, you can tighten those up. These ones here at the top are all held on with a wire, so they should be fine. Alright, you can also see here, this lever here, a bit of play in the little pin that comes into here. You can also see there's a bit of movement in the shaft and some squelching of oil. So, might as well change all of that at the same time. The gasket and the seal. No point in letting that leak. So, that's over here. So doing the left side first. Then over here, it's also very oily. But I'm not sure if the gasket is leaking or if this is all from the dipstick. Usually the gaskets don't really leak, so it might just all be oil spill from the dipstick, but it's also oily, sticky at the top. I do not see a leak coming from the top, so that's all good. There is dark spot patch over there, but can't really see any active or anything to prove of a leak. But I think we can unstrap this one and then remove the side cover, clean all this out, see what exactly which parts I need to order in one bulk lot, and we can continue.